TBA, episode 2258. It's a take one.
And right over here, Danny, in this corner, I thought we'd put the TV set, right?
Sure, I guess so.
And then, over here, you ready for this? A pool table.
Hey, neat.
Yeah, well, not just a regular pool table. I thought we'd put a big piece of plywood on top of it, you know? We paint it green, make a ping pong table out of it. You can help me stripe it, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute, mister. I thought you were the one who's going to save all that money, you know. Do you have any idea how much a pool table
Honey,
costs?
my dear, think of it as an investment. You see, I am going to teach my son, Danny, everything I know about the game of pool so he can take a few bucks off his friends.
He is kidding, Danny.
Yeah, I'm kidding. We're going to have a great time in this house, aren't we?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I must say that is certainly laying it on the line, Peter. Shall we go to dinner now?
Dorian, you are sidestepping the entire issue.
What?
All right, look, what I said about Joe Riley, that was pretty blunt. It's none of my business. But look, as long as I'm being blunt, let me tell you, you better find something productive to do. I mean, you better find some way of filling up your life with work. If you do that, believe me, everything's going to start to fall into place for you. But you must find some constructive thing to do. I mean, something that's going to challenge your intellect. Use that energy, that drive that you obviously have in a positive way for once. Look, you led a very full life before you were married to Victor Lord. Have you forgotten all of that?
Tony, it feels so good to be close to you. Hold me, please. Just hold me. Please.
I'm an M&M's plain chocolate center.
And I'm a roasted peanut.
And he's the M&M's candies man.
Who dunks M&M's?
Who dunks M&M's?
In chocolate, take a guess.
In chocolate, can you guess?
Who covers them in candy?
So there is no chocolate mess.
The M&M's man.
The M&M's man. The M&M's man. And he adds a lot of love to make it all taste good.
The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
J.C. Penney goes all out for the classics. This time with a beautiful collection of action clothes. They're good sports. Good because their lean, classic lines make any game look good. And sports because they can double for a little social sport after the game. We followed through in tops, shorts, skirts and shifts, pants and jackets from $6 to $16. The good sports, modern classics from J.C. Penney.
I'm going to be very positive from now on. You watch me. Do you have time for a drink before you go downstairs?
No, Kathy, I don't. It's really a very heavy night down there. As I told you, I've got 2 private parties.
I see.
Well, maybe I'll come up after closing and try to see you.
I'll wait up for you then.
Well, you don't have to do that, Kathy. I mean, I just meant that I'd come up and...
See me and say goodnight.
Yes. Look, Kathy, I'll try to get up to see if it's not too late, you understand? Now, in the meantime, why don't you try to get something to eat, all right?
Peter, I don't know what you've been told, but my life was in ruins before I met Victor. I had just been discharged from the hospital, and I was trying desperately to get established in private practice, with not too much success, I might add.
I'm aware of all of that.
And are you aware that my sister had to be institutionalized, probably for the rest of her life? And that I was so strapped for money, I had to have her moved to a state hospital. I had more debts than you can ever possibly imagine, and if I hadn't married Victor, I'd still be in that situation, and Melinda would still be in that awful hospital.
Yes, but you see, things did work out. You found a solution.
I didn't find a solution, Peter. I fell in love with Victor Lord.
I did not mean to imply that you did anything deliberate.
But the thought has occurred to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the thought occurred to me. I remember the first time I came into the Lord Library here and saw your portrait over the mantel.
What did you think?
Well, I thought that this young woman, in a very short time, has become the chatelaine here, a veritable mistress of the castle.
I never wanted that portrait commissioned in the first place, let alone hang over the mantel. That was entirely Victor's idea. But you know, he gave the most marvelous party for the portrait unveiling, and it was as if he said to everybody, I demand that all of you accept her as my wife.
Seems to pretty much accomplish that purpose.
No, not where it really counts, Peter. Oh, I'm accepted in the community because of my money and the Lord name and the power that carries with it, but that's all. I'm aware that no one really likes me very much. When I was married to Victor, I just told myself that didn't matter. I knew that he would protect me always. And besides, we had this castle, we had each other, and I just thought that was enough. Do you believe me?
Why shouldn't I?
I loved him, Peter. I loved him very much. He was the only man who ever... No, I don't want to tell you. You think I'm being old-fashioned or romantic.
Come on, try me.
He was the only man who ever put me on a pedestal. And now he's gone. And I can't imagine anyone ever loving me again like that.
Dorian, come on. You are better off now than you were before all of this happened, whether you're ready to admit that or not. Look, you have most of your life ahead of you, and you now have the means to live it in whatever manner you choose.
No, because what I really want is unattainable. So I guess the old adage comes true. Our sins do catch up with us. There's no way to escape.
So, you know, the first time your daddy and I came out to see this house, that flat area out there by the patio, I thought it would make a great swimming pool. What do you think?
Hey, yeah.
So why don't you work on your dad for me, huh?
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What is this, a conspiracy?
Oh, no.
Huh?
Well, can we have a pool, Daddy?
Maybe, someday.
Why not now?
Because swimming pools cost a lot of money. And we don't have a lot of money.
Well, not right now, Danny. Anyway, you have to learn to swim first, right?
I already know how. I learned at camp last summer.
Hey, fantastic. You know what I wish we had?
What?
Some champagne for christening of our new house.
Yeah, well, I got an idea. Here, measure that wall for me, will you?
Oh.
Come here, Danny. Come here. Listen, I want you to go for the neighbors.
Okay.
Attaboy.
All right, where'd he go?
I went to the liquor store to get a bottle of champagne.
Where did he go?
Oh, he'll be back.
Really?
He'll be back. Oh, darling. Really, you're gonna like this house, you know it?
Yeah?
Yeah, second mortgage and all.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm sorry about saying that thing about the pool to Danny.
Didn't realize he'd think I meant day after tomorrow.
Kids that age, you know, you promise them something, they think you mean right away.
Well, I guess I have a lot to learn still, and I'm learning.
Yeah.
I think Danny loves the house.
Are you kidding? He loves that. Of course he loves it. And I think you're doing fine with him, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm. Oh, I'm sorry there, son. I didn't see you. Well, here we are. You wanted something to toast the house with? Listen, Danny, in the kitchen, I think I saw a couple of cups.
I'll go get
Atta boy. Now that's more our speed, right?
Hi, Cora. No fire here, Sam. An automatic drip coffee maker?
Cora, we just bought it for the firehouse, but what are you putting it?
Easy. Maxwell House ADC brand coffee. Specially blended and ground for perfect coffee in the new coffee makers.
It's good.
I think it tastes best. Heavens, ADC's recommended by 4 machine makers, including yours.
Norelco recommends ADC brand coffee, only from Maxwell House.
Hi, honey.
Kay Bloom starts with Jell-O brand gelatin.
There's so much you can do. When you have a bowl of Jell-O gelatin made up, I can flake it with a fork, like this. Add it to lettuce and cottage cheese, and we've got a light luncheon salad. Or I can top the gelatin with a mixture of flake gelatin and whipped topping for a refreshing dessert.
Good, isn't it?
It sure is, honey. When you've got it made, you've got it made. So start with a bowl of Jell-O gelatin.
Stovetop stuffing mix or mashed potatoes. Are you like Selma Precup, who thought she knew her husband's choice with chicken? Watch.
Potatoes.
Taste the potatoes. Now taste some of the stuffing. Now, which would you prefer with chicken?
The stuffing. I'd rather have stuffing than mashed potatoes anytime. There's a lot more flavor to it, and it complements the chicken.
Stovetop stuffing instead of potatoes. Ask your family.
Does your cereal go soggy after just minutes in milk? Not Team Flakes. They stay crunchier right to the bottom of the bowl. But look, the leading wheat flake goes soggy. So does the leading corn flake. The leading oat flake, too. But Team Flakes stand up. 4 grains do it. Team combines wheat, corn, and oats for flavor with lots of crispy rice for long-lasting crunch. Team Flakes. Crunchier right to the bottom of the bowl.
All right, Mr. Thompson, and don't worry about calling me back to the office at this hour.
I did the right thing then?
Absolutely. And anytime you want to talk, just pick up the phone, all right? Good. Now, I'll see you at our regular session. That's Tuesday, right?
Right. Good night, Doctor. Thanks again.
Okay, bye-bye.
You want me to take some of that off your hands?
Oh, I thought I told you to go home.
Well, I was going to, but then I realized that I hadn't typed up some patient's transcripts, so since I haven't been doing anything else lately at night, I thought I'd stay.
Well, don't do that tonight.
Why not?
Well, if you feel half as tired as I do, you wouldn't be doing it. Jenny, what do you think you'll be doing when you're 40?
I have absolutely no idea.
Oh, did you ever think about it?
Not really. Why, did you ever project yourself into the future like that when you were my age?
Oh, sure. I saw myself as the eminently successful psychiatrist dispensing wisdom left and right to a multitude of patients. One at a time, of course. Group therapy hadn't been around in those days.
Well, it came true for you then.
Oh, yes, as far as the multitude of patients is concerned. I'm not so sure about the wisdom part of it. And you know...
You know what?
Oh, I was going to say I was fantasizing about complete happiness, complete fulfillment, professionally and personally. That doesn't happen, does it?
Not in this world, anyway.
You know, I envy people who have found some relative peace and fulfillment.
Who are they?
Oh, I don't know. Writers, I guess, artists. Perhaps a musician who has fulfilled his talent. Hey, I almost forgot. Look what Mr. Thompson left.
Oh, a ticket to the concert.
Yeah. I guess he was feeling bad because he had, well, he made me come dragging back in here in the office after hours.
Oh, so you couldn't refuse the ticket.
Naturally. Well, listen, they're doing Beethoven's Ninth, and I would give anything to be there. But I can't. Can you use it?
Oh, I think I could just make it.
Well, get out of here then. Enjoy yourself,
Right.
huh?
Thank you very much.
And, Jenny.
Yes.
I'll be thinking about you.
Thank you. Good night.
I didn't know you were up.
Oh, well, I couldn't sleep. I've been reading the first draft of my novel, what's left of it.
How did it hold up?
Well, pretty good. If I decide to go with it, though, I'm going to have a lot of rewrites to do. Sit down, stay a while. Darling, do you like my hair like this?
Yeah, it's nice.
I've been trying to remember the way you did it that night. Remember, you sort of pulled it up to the side, and then you put little flowers in here. I don't know what to do with it. I've been doing it myself since I came home. One day I've got to get up enough nerve to go and see Rosemary again at the beauty parlor. You know, she did my hair the day before I met you for the first time. I remember you told me how much you liked it. That was probably the first thing you noticed about me.
Was it?
You know what the first thing I noticed about you was? The way you carried yourself. So straight and noble, like you weren't afraid of anyone or anything. Did I ever tell you that?
No, I don't think you ever did, Kathy. Listen, dear, the place isn't quite closed up yet, and, well, the private parties are still going on, so I'm gonna have to go back downstairs. I just wanted to come up and check in on you and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Believe it or not, we know more about bras than you do. We invented the Playtex Cross Your Heart bra. The bra that crosses over, lifts, and separates to help you cross over to a better figure. Nancy is living proof.
Sure am. I just love what my Cross Your Heart bra does for my figure.
Try one of our Playtex Cross Your Heart bras. We make lots of different styles and crossover to a better figure.
Stephen, you're a chip off the old block.
Well, the chip's diapers get wet and irritating, Nanny.
Here, try Johnson's disposable diapers from Johnson & Johnson. They keep babies drier than anything, cloth or other disposables. We poured water on diapers and seated babies wearing paper towels. Wet, wet, dry with Johnson's.
Its one-way action pulls wetness away from baby's skin.
I bet your mom notices a difference.
Johnson's keeps babies drier than anything.
Our main objective in the management of your portfolio, Mrs. Lord, is to secure you maximum earning and growth, while at the same time we want to shelter you from any possible excessive tax liability.
Oh,
So,
Mr. Finch, I couldn't have said it better myself.
yes, well, now, consistent with that approach, here are some suggestions that I have for the following year. Now, you're going to want to show this to your tax accountant, so I'm going to leave you a copy for him, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Now, actually, I'm bullish at the moment. I'm selectively bullish. But,
Oh, really?
yeah. So now, if for some reason we should get into a double-digit inflationary spiral, all bets are off. Or if for some reason the balance of trade deficit should become a little too unmanageable. But other than that, I really think that I'm
Mr.
very
Finch?
confident. Yes.
Could I ask you a question?
You certainly can. Anything you like.
How often do you and your wife make love?
Well, I beg your pardon.
Oh, I am sorry. I've shocked you, haven't I?
No, I was just a little bit surprised, that's all. You know, this question coming out of what was basically a business discussion.
Oh, I see. You expected me to cross-examine you about double-digit inflation or tax-exempt bonds? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I just expect people nowadays to be more open about things like that than we were.
Well, I like to think that we are, Mrs. Lord. If we could just get back to this, your portfolio here.
I envy you. You have choices. And you have such a marvelous air of innocence about all of you. You've been raised in affluence, and you're convinced that you'll get whatever you want from this world. And from the most part, you do. Mr. Finch, I am so sorry. Taking up all of your time just chattering away like this.
No, really, that's, it's really perfectly all right. If we could just go down this list one item at a time.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Well, our suggestion is that you buy a limited partnership in one of those oil exploration funds. You know, it offers an excellent tax shelter for a few years, and it's such speculative venture.
Mr. Corso called to make an afternoon appointment, so I gave him 3 o'clock. And then I called Mrs. Klingsberg, and I gave her the 11 o'clock. So I guess we're all set for the day, except for the files.
How'd you enjoy the concert, Jenny?
Oh, it was marvelous. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to thank you for the ticket.
Well, you should thank Mr. Thompson when he gets here.
All right, I will.
You know, the Ninth is, I think, my favorite symphony. You know that choral passage in the last movement?
Dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba.
You know it.
Yes, it's one of my favorite pieces.
That's terrific. You know, last night I was sitting at home thinking about nothing in particular, and all of a sudden I started to hum that theme. And then I realized that you were at the concert. And we were probably enjoying that at the same time.
You must be psychic.
No, not really. I think you and I have just gotten to know each other a lot better.
This is Karen sucking her thumb, and this is her brother trying to get her to stop.
Cut it out, Karen. Here, suck a lifesaver instead.
'Cause their great flavor has been around for years and years.
Go ahead, it's cherry. A lot better tasting than your thumb.
Lifesavers, a part of Lifesavers.
Want your Alpo, huh? Okay, race you home. Let's go.
He uses up a lot of energy in these mountains, but he keeps going when he knows Alpo's at the end of the run. Meat's his natural food. An Alpo beef chunks dinner has lots of meat, real beef. It gives him the energy he needs, even out here. Alpo's all a dog ever has to eat. There's no better dog food in the world.
Now, there's a non-aerosol hairspray that holds like the best, but costs less. Compare it with FinalNet. FinalNet holds all day. So does White Rain.
But it costs less.
FinalNet is concentrated. So is White Rain.
But it costs less. It costs 25% less than FinalNet.
Non-aerosol White Rain. Holds like the best, but costs 25% less. Makes sense. Makes sense in aerosol, too.
Now listen up, team. When the action's there, you wear
Kitty NBAs.
When you're in the lead, you need
Kitty NBAs.
miles of styles and miles of colors and sizes and shapes.
Kitty NBAs.
For jogging that mile or stepping in style, whichever you choose, your feet can't lose when you wear
Kitty NBAs. Kitty shoes are everywhere.
Now go out and score
at the great American NBA American Shoe Store.
Yeah, come in.
Oh, hi, Kath.
Oh, Larry, hi, how are you?
Fine. Am I interrupting anything?
No, I'm just making a lemon meringue pie, but I can't stop stirring.
Oh, you want me to take over for a while?
No, thank you, honey. I'll tell you what you could do. Would you look in that cookbook and tell me what it says under filling?
Just stir until thick.
Yeah, I know that. How long?
Approximately 2 hours.
2 hours?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, come on, Larry. What does it say?
It doesn't say. It just says stir until thick. What is it, lemon meringue, huh?
Yeah, Tony requested it for dessert tonight.
Ooh, lucky man, being able to order his own dinner.
He's not lucky. He's just spoiled from running a restaurant. Well, what can I do for you?
You could save me a slice of that pie. I'll stop by tomorrow at the same time. Okay. No, as a matter of fact, I was in the neighborhood. Anna asked me to drop this off for you. It's that new novel. It's had rather good reviews. So she thought, hey, stir.
Oh, tell her thank you when you
I
see
will.
her, will you? Oh, I think this is beginning to thicken. Oh.
Fantastic. I tell you what, if that's a success, you can make another one and bring it to our house warming.
Oh, that's right. You've got a new house, haven't you?
Yeah, we went into contract yesterday. No backing out now.
Well, why would you want to back out of here? It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's terrific. We took Danny over yesterday. He loves the place.
Oh, that's good.
Of course, Karen picked it out personally, so she loves it.
Oh, well, I think it's ready.
Yeah?
You keep it that way, Larry. Don't let anything come between you and Karen, not even for a moment. It's hell starting over again, let me tell you. Listen to me, I'm not exactly underprivileged, am I?
It'll work out, Kathy. I know it will.
I know. I guess I just gotta keep working at it, huh?
That's true of any marriage.
Yeah? Just keep working at it and turn out those lemon meringue pies, huh? Here, test this for me, will you?
Hey. That's very good. That's first prize.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you tell you if I told you this was my first? That should say something, shouldn't it?
Karen, come right in. I'll be just a minute. I'm expecting an important phone call.
Oh, Dorian, if another day would be better,
Oh, no, I want to see your home very much. I was delighted when you called this morning. Oh, have you seen Mr. Keene again? The decorator that I introduced you to.
No. No, not yet.
But you are going to use him, aren't you?
I'm not sure, Dorian. I haven't had a chance to talk to Larry about it. We've been so busy closing the deal on the house and everything.
But you have so little time. And it would be so much easier if he could get the carpet down and the drapes up before you move in. Believe me, I know from experience. Why don't I call him and see if he could meet us at your house? That way he could get reacquainted with it, and then you could ask him any questions you have.
No, Dorian, please don't. I don't know what Larry would say, and I don't want to do it without his approval.
But Karen, redecorating is a woman's prerogative. Besides, it is not a commitment. Like I told you before, you are entitled to get ideas from him before you engage him. Now, you don't worry about a thing, because I will handle the decorator, and I know you'll handle Larry. Hello, Douglas? Dorian Lloyd. How are you?
I understand, Brad. But I think you should get some legal and financial advice before you take on a commitment like that. Good. Well, let me know how you come out. And get them to put it in writing so there won't be any misunderstanding. Right. All right, talk to you tonight. Bye-bye.
Dr. Vernon?
Yes, Jenny?
Tony Lord is outside. He wants to see you. He seems very upset.
Oh, when's our next appointment?
2 o'clock.
All right, have him come in.
Help keep this part of your bathroom clean and fresh with improved automatic Tidy Bowl. Only Tidy Bowl has the freshness of lemon and the power of borax to clean and deodorize. So Tidy Bowl is even tougher on stains, tougher on odors. Tidy Bowl with lemon fresh borax works hard between scrubbings to leave your bathroom lemon fresh and sparkling clean. Get Tidy Bowl in original blue or new economy size.
Miss Breck Lasting Hold Hairspray. It's the pump spray that sprays like the leading aerosol, yet holds longer. Lasting Hold's new Easy Action pump sprays a superfine mist for more even coverage. Other pumps can spurt and squirt, leave hair with sticky wet spots. But Lasting Hold's superfine mist goes on evenly, leaves hair looking naturally beautiful. It's the pump that sprays like the leading aerosol, yet holds longer. Miss Breck Lasting Hold.
First, there was the Fonz. Then came the Sweat Hogs. Now, this Friday, meet 5 of the funniest tough guys who ever hit television, the San Pedro Bums.
I feel like the Dirty Dozen. Why not? You weigh as much.
The San Pedro Bums.
Sit down, Tony.
Look, I'm very much concerned and very much afraid of what is happening between Kathy and me.
Has something specific occurred?
Well, I don't know what she's told you, but she is damn determined to make a go of this marriage. I mean, she cooks for me, she acts like my personal servant, she gets upset when I leave the apartment. Last night, for instance, just before closing, I went upstairs to check her out to see if she was okay to say goodnight, and, oh, I mean, you know, she just was obvious that she was desperate to have me stay there. I don't know whether she's told you, but I sleep in a cot downstairs.
Yes, she has.
Well, it kind of tore me apart, you know? I mean, I didn't like to see her so vulnerable and so hurt, and it would have made her very happy if I had stayed.
But you didn't stay with her, did you?
No, I didn't want to stay with her. That's dishonest, Doctor. And besides, I think that allows her to make all kinds of false conclusions. Look, I told you this from the beginning. I don't mind being supportive of her. I don't mind as a kind of a supplement to her therapy, you know? But that's it, nothing more. All this play acting, all this pretense, that can only destroy her.
Don't forget that she has real feelings, too, though.
I know that she has real feelings, but she does not love me, Doctor. She's only holding on to me because that's all she has right now. And I don't know how much longer either of us can go on that way.
Oh, Karen, this is so delightful. It's got all kinds of possibilities. Oh, I think you made a very good choice.
Oh, I was hoping that you'd like it. You know, I've got it practically over Larry's dead body.
Why, for heaven's sakes?
Well, he felt it was a little too expensive for us.
Well, he won't feel that way once he starts living in it. He's not coming here this afternoon, is he?
Oh, no. This afternoon is his clinic afternoon. Why?
Oh, I just don't think that he would be too happy to see me here, that's all. Now, tell me, what are you planning to do with this room?
Well, that's sort of a bone of contention right now, too. Larry would like to have the television set over there and a pool table over here and make it into a basic family room idea, but... Well, I had some other ideas. I thought if we did get the pool put in out there in that space past the patio that I was showing you, then maybe we could just knock out that whole wall and put in sliding glass doors or something. And then I could have a dressing room and a shower and then maybe a wet bar put in. And, well, make it into almost a whole poolside cabana, you know, and maybe even add a sauna later.
Why don't you wait until Douglas gets here and then have him run up a few ideas for you?
If he gets here.
Oh, he'll come. He wouldn't let me down.
Oh, I don't know, Dorian. I sort of got the impression from him that he felt this house was beneath him when we had lunch with him the other day. When he said, oh, yes, I've done that house twice.
Douglas always talks down his nose to people that he meets for the first time. But he's going to love doing it. And you're going to love it after he's finished with it.
I hope Larry loves it.
Oh, I'm sure that he will. Trust me.
Give them the big, bold buckwheats taste at breakfast.
Pass the buck, pass the buck, pass the buckwheats.
Get your family into buckwheats. It's the only cereal made with buckwheat and the crisp snap of maple flavor in big, crunchy flakes. What a taste! A great tasting part of a complete breakfast. Pass the buckwheats.
Pass the buck, pass the buck, pass the buckwheats.
When a big cake is more than you need Stir and Frost. Delicious.
This cake's a winner, Mom.
Stir and Frost, the super moist cake that comes complete. Cake mix, frosting, 5x7 pan. So convenient. Add water, stir, and bake. The frosting's already made.
This cake is too much, hon.
Nope, it's just the right size.
When a big cake is more than you need Stir and Frost.
From Betty Crocker.
Meet Lipton iced tea taster Don Meredith.
That little filly really put me through my paces. And I gotta tell you, after bouncing around under that boiling sun, I need some real refreshment. You guessed it, icy cold Lipton tea. Thanks to this flow-through bag, I know I'm getting the dandiest tasting iced tea ever. That tastes good. It's what made me a Lipton tea lover. Right, Gal? Yeah.
Fill her up, don't worry, fill her up. Clean a great big load, even when you fill her up.
We're demonstrating the exclusive dual-action agitator in this large-capacity Kenmore. Clothes on top of this big wash load are drawn down to the washing action, then sent back up.
Fill her up.
The big load in this Kenmore keeps moving, gets uniformly clean from top to bottom.
Clean a great big load, even when you fill her up.
Kenmore dual-action agitator, only at Sears.
You didn't come here for advice, did you?
No, I came to warn you. Well, I don't mean that to sound like a threat. Maybe that's not the right word, but...
I know. You want to tell me you're doing your best with my patient? But you don't know how much longer the two of you can go on.
Look, Doctor, I never anticipated this kind of pressure. I never thought that Kathy would try to relive the kind of existence she thinks we were having before she went to the hospital.
You think she wants to get pregnant again, is that it?
Well, of course she does. She said that. No, personally, I don't think you can overemphasize the sexual aspect of this thing too much. That is the means by which she's going to measure success or failure.
For herself and for your marriage.
Yes, and it scares the hell out of me. And I just want you to know where we are so that you'll be ready for the next thing that'll happen.
Well, I think I can counteract some of these tensions you're talking about.
Yeah, how?
Well, try to get Kathy to ease up, not push so hard.
Why don't you suggest that maybe she go away for a little while, take a vacation?
I don't think the authorities would allow that.
Even if you suggested it?
Even so. And besides, she'd see through it for just what it is, a tactic. No, I think it would be better for us to try to get Kathy to be herself. To tell her that she doesn't have to prove herself as a woman. Try to diffuse the sexual thing so that it isn't a make or break situation, as she seems to think it is.
Well, knowing Kathy, I can tell you right now, it's going to be very difficult.
Well, we've got to try. There's no other alternative. All right. And thanks very much, Tony, for coming over. Just try to bear with her, at least till things ease up.
When will that be, Doctor?
I don't have any idea. I just hope soon.
What do you get?
Exactly 24 feet.
Yeah, that's just what Mrs. Mitchell said. That gives like 8 feet for the dressing room and shower, and then plenty of room for a wet bar. And, you know, I read these articles the other day about these old-fashioned jukeboxes. You know, the kind that have the glass with the bubbles of light that go through it. I could put one of those next to the wet bar and then take some tiles and just have an extension of tiles that goes all the way out to the swimming pool for dancing or sunning or whatever. Real California style.
Why don't you wait until Douglas gets here and then try that idea on him?
Oh, and Dorian, I just had a fabulous idea. You know what I want to do for the master bedroom? A canopy, a huge canopy bed. I've always wanted one. Just to think of waking up with this huge expanse.
Of course, that does
you.
depend on what you're planning to do with the rest of the bedroom. Oh, I'll bet you that's Douglas now.
I'll go talk to him. Mr. King, we're around back. Come around the path around the side of the house.
All right, honey. I just had a few minutes. I thought I'd take some measurements.
Doctor, all good?
Yeah, hi. What's up, Bug?
I always wanted to go to Japan.
This is a one-day field trip, you little loony.
In this hospital, you can't tell the difference between the doctors...
Quit touching me!
...and the patients. They're not really crazy. They're just mixed nuts.
Much money over money, ain't we not fun?